Okay, welcome to this video, and this is the lecture 5 of our algebra course, and we were studying about exponents. Okay, so last time we made a video about exponents. I already have made a video on exponents, and if you haven't watched the previous video, then please watch that. Then only you will understand this. Okay, so I'm going to do some exercise on exponents today, and I hope you already have the knowledge of exponents. If you don't, watch my previous video. That is going to be helpful to you. In that, I have talked about the rules of exponents and also gave the introduction to exponents. Okay, so it is really beginner friendly, and you're not going to have too many troubles while comprehending that video. Okay, so let's begin today's video. Today we're going to do some exercise. Today we're going to do some exercise on exponents. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Let's begin. So we have exercise today to do. Exercise on exponents. Exponents. Okay. So this is what we will be doing. Okay. So I myself have noted these problems. I have noted these problems from different books. Okay. I've used many collections of books. Okay, to give you these problems. Okay. First one is this one, and if you want to exercise some problems, then the link to the exercise is in the description box, and you can go to my website and exercise those problems. Okay, so our first problem is 4 squared. We are starting with a real number. Okay, so we are starting off our exercise with a real number. We are not in too much abstract thing right now. Okay. So what do you have to do here? How do you solve it? Okay, so we have to just simplify this right in simpler form. And what you can do here is, then you can multiply the exponents. Okay, I've made the rules on exponents. Okay, so you can multiply the exponent. This will be minus 8, 4 to the power minus 8, meaning 1 over 4 to the power 8. You can write this as this, the following. Okay, and I hope you are familiar with this. Okay, and here we'd better write just like this in exponent, because if you turn into number, it will be going to be a bigger number. Okay, let's do second. Let's draw the line. Let's do second problem, number 2. And the problem is 5 to the power 0 and whole squared. Okay, you should already be familiar with this, that any number, any real number raised to the power of 0 is 1 except 0 itself. Okay, so this will give me 1 itself. 1 is going to be the answer in this problem. Okay, let's start with the third problem. Is this a simple problem? Can this be done in this much space? Yes. It's 5 to the power minus 2 divided by 5 squared. Okay, this is division here, meaning, and we have the same base 5 and 5, meaning we have to subtract the exponents. Okay, so it should be this minus 2. Okay, 5 to the power minus 2 exponents will be subtracted, and this would be something like this. And furthermore, what you can write this as is 1 over 4 to 5th, and this would be, you'll get the answer as 1 over, and you're going to have 4 5s. Okay, this would be 1 over 25 5s are 125. This is 625. Okay, and that is going to be your answer. Okay, so that will be your, this is 1. That will be answer. Okay, so that was the second problem. Third problem, I'm sorry. Let's move on to the next problem, number 4. Number 4, and that is, and you should practice along with me. Even before I do this, you should try to do it before me. Okay. Number 4 is a cubed a squared divided by a. Okay. Here, what you can do here is you have multiplication above, and you have division down here at the denominator. What you can write this as is this, and plus 2, meaning same base, addition of the exponents. And here is a little bit trickier for beginners, that when you have all of these things simultaneously, some people can get confused, but it's not confusing. This is division, meaning you can subtract it. Okay, so this will be a 4. Okay, a to the power 4, and that is going to be your answer. Okay, let's do fifth problem. Okay, So it can be done in this much. It is L cubed to the power 4 divided by L 14th. Okay. How do you deal with this? How do you do this? You can multiply that and divide by L 14th. I'm sorry. Okay, this should be 14th. Okay. Now, as this is division, same base, you can subtract the exponents. Okay. So it should be L to the power minus 2, and this can be written as 1 over L squared, and that's your answer in this one. Okay, that was number 5. Let's move on to the next problem. So, those were easy peasy, and as we gonna move on to other problems, we're gonna increase the complexity. 6th one, number 6, and this is b to the power minus 4, a to the whole power 5. Okay, so we have to divide this in simpler terms. Okay, in simpler term, so this would be something like this, minus 20. We can actually multiply the powers here. We also have to distribute the same power to this also. Okay, distribute this to this and to this as well, meaning a to the power 5th. Okay, the powers will be multiplied. It is already 1, and 1 times 5 is 1/5. Okay, so a 5th it will be, and that's the answer. Okay, if you want to arrange it, you can write like this, and that's your answer. Okay, in simple terms. Next, number 7. Let's do this here. It is number 7, and the problem is m squared n cubed divided by divided by a squared and c to the power minus 3 times e to the power minus 7 n to the power minus 2 divided by m squared c 4th. Okay, so what do you have to do here? Again, do the same kind of thing. When you have the same thing, expression having the same base on the numerator and denominator, you have to subtract the powers, the exponents. Okay. Here we have m squared. These are like terms, meaning we can operate with that, and this is division here. Okay, meaning I have to subtract the exponents. Okay, so hope you're getting this. It is pretty easy. You should be following along till now. And n cubed, and we have what? Multiplication, meaning this should be added. Okay, because this multiplication, and adding minus 2 will give you just the minus. Okay, so 3 plus minus 2 here, because it's n. We're gonna have something left here times. So it requires more space. Okay, so it should be this over here actually. So this should be equal to, I'm dealing with that. Okay, the same problem. So m squared minus 2 n times n cubed and plus minus 2. And you can directly just write minus 2 here. Okay, you don't have to worry too much. Times, we're left with this one, so a to the power minus 7. Okay, and you can compute these two as well. And this division, meaning minus 2, divided by whatever term that is left down here. A squared is gone there, here. C to the power minus 3, it's not gone anywhere, meaning it is left there. M squared is again gone up here, and C 4 we are again left with. Meaning on the bottom, underneath it, we have C to the power minus 3, and we have this C, meaning like terms, you can multiply those, and multiplying means adding the exponents of the same base. This will be this. And this will turn out to be 0, m to the power 0 times, I'm doing it step by step, okay, just for beginners, okay, and this will be 1 times e to the power minus 9 divided by c to the power minus 1. That's what it should be. I'm sorry, 1, because it's minus 3 plus 4. Okay, that's 1 there. This is equal to, this is basically 1. This is basically just 1, and 1 times n times a to the power minus 9 divided by c. You can just write c, okay? This is what it is. This is going to be your answer in simpler terms. If you want to get rid of this one, you can, and that's the answer. Okay. That was number 7 solved like this. It got a little bit in this onto that space, but still you can. I hope you can understand it. It got shifted a little, but anyways. The next problem, number 8, is it? Let me just copy this. Is x6 y cubed divided by x cubed. Okay. So can you see this in camera because it's a little. Okay. This should be equal to x6 minus 3 y cubed, and this should be x cubed y cubed, and that's your answer. Okay. You can solve, and you can solve more than this, and these were very simple problems. You can do it on your own if you are at all. I have practiced these operations, okay, these rules of exponents. Then these are just piece of cake. Okay, you can do it on your own. Okay, try to practice along with me. Even try to do it before me, and that's going to be beneficial for you. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. It's number 9. Okay, this is also a simpler one, and we're going to increase the level of complexity as we move on. Number 9 is 27 x cubed divided by 8 y to the power minus 3 to the whole power minus 2/3. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so it has basically right now one exponent, but we wanna write this in terms of the powers of 3, because 3 is basically here. Okay, so whatever that is bottom there, in the bottom, you want to write in terms of that power. Okay, so this can be written as, okay, so this should be in the exponent, I meant, not in the power. Okay, so I should have said that this should come in the exponent. Okay, like in the example a cubed, the 3 here and the 3 here matches, this comes in exponent. Okay, in the same way here it should be written that the exponent matches with that. Okay, and the answer is 3 cubed is 27. Okay, multiply those, you get 27. 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27. It's 3 cubed, x cubed it is, divided by this. Again we have to match this, match the exponent of this with the bottom here, and the solution is 2 cubed. The exponent now matches, and these exponents are already matching. Why do you do that? You're gonna comprehend that in a minute. Okay, now simply the powers of all of them, okay, we can distribute this into as well, in all of them as well, but that will be a tedious task because you have to distribute this in all of them. And better than that, what you can do here is 3x divided by 2y is minus here. Okay, it's minus, so you can't do that with this. Okay, we can, but if you have to just leave the minus 1 there. Okay, so minus 1 stays there, and this to the whole power 3, because you can take out the factor 3 from all the exponents. Okay, that is allowed. Okay, you have to just write it once. That's why you're using this method. Okay, otherwise you could have distributed this as well, but this is the best method that seemed to me. Okay, now 3 cancelled out, and this is why we got all the exponents in the form of 3, because 3 should cancel to solve this problem. Okay, this is why we did like this. Now let's write this in fraction form. Okay, you can write this as times 1 over y. Okay, this is going to be 1 over y to the whole power minus 2 is going to be left there, and this whole, if you do this, y goes up there. Okay, if you solve this. Okay, and this is in normal general arithmetic. Okay, so I hope you are also getting this one. Okay, this is just like this. Suppose we take this factor and this factor, this x over 1 over y. You can write this as x over 1, this thing, and if you swap this, it will be addition and multiplication. Okay, so this is why the y can go up there. Okay, so I'll show it quickly. So you should already be familiar with this. 3xy divided by 2 to the power minus 2, and it's in minus, and if you're gonna get the exponent in plus, let's do it here. We want to get the exponent in plus. We want to write the exponent in plus. And if we do that, this is just, we have to inverse this. Why? Because we have 3 minus 1, it means it's 1/3. And you can view this as that basically 1 is multiplied to this. Okay, 1 is multiplied to this. When you have like 1/2 and this minus 1, this is 2. This is basically 2 because you have to inverse it. This says inversing. If you do step by step like this, that you have minus here, this whole should go beneath 1 and it turns into positive. If you do this step by step, you're also going to reach the same thing. Okay, so it's better I didn't show it by turning that upside down. 3xy divided by to the whole power 2. Okay, we have just written 2. 2 can be multiplied. This is minus 2 is like 2 times minus 1. Okay, this is why performed minus 1 here like this, and 2 same as that. Okay, so if you want to extend it more, it will be 4 divided by 9x squared y squared, and that is going to be your answer. Okay, so this was pretty simple till here.